Hello. Hi, my name is Amanda Iheme and I am a clinical psychologist at NDIDI, and welcome back to our YouTube channel. It's been a while since we recorded a YouTube video, and that's because we've been going through a lot of changes and transitions in the practice, and I think our background and our setup is already evidence of the amount of growth that we've gone through over the years. So it feels really good to be back and to be recording these videos. If you're just joining for the first time or you're watching any of our videos for the first time, my name is Amanda. I run a mental health practice in Lagos called NDIDI, and this is our YouTube channel where we talk about things that have to do with mental health care, self-love, self-growth, self-development, around the areas of trauma, grief, depression, anxiety, geriatric care, whatever it may be, even existential crisis. So if you're a person who wants to learn how to improve their mental well-being and their emotional health, then this is definitely the channel for you. So without further ado, let's get into the video for today. So for today, I will be talking to you about a very important part of being a human being, and that is loving yourself. And when this video ends, what I want you to know is what self-love is, what it means to love yourself, the benefits of loving yourself, and also how to go about loving yourself. So the first thing to understand is, what does loving yourself mean? Now, loving yourself means being able to accept yourself. That is seeing the ugly and the good sides of yourself and treating yourself with kindness, appreciation, and compassion. It means holding yourself accountable for your actions, your thoughts, and your behaviors, the ones that you give to others and even the ones that you give to yourself. To love yourself is to discipline yourself, and it is to intentionally and consciously work towards the improvement and the development of your own physical, mental, and emotional well-being. Now, what are some of the benefits of loving yourself? The first thing is that you feel good on the inside. And the second is, you know your worth and you know your value. And this shows itself in the decisions that you make and even the relationships that you have around you. Because you know your worth, because you know your value, you're not just welcoming anything and anyone that does not respect you into your space. And you're asking for what you deserve. Another benefit of loving yourself is that your mental, your physical, and your emotional well-being are great. You're able to create and sustain long-lasting and healthy relationships, both romantic, platonic, and even with friends and your colleagues at work. With self-love, you have less anxiety because you're not stressing about the past so much with regret or panicking about the future. And as a person who loves himself, you have better access to feelings of contentment, of joy, and of peace and of happiness. And when you're going through the transitions and changes that life brings to us every day, such as losing people we love, having to grow, letting go of things that no longer serve us, a person who loves himself would not bring themselves down or shame themselves or beat themselves up during that process. They will handle these changes and these transitions with much grace and kindness to themselves and to those involved. So now, how do you then go about loving yourself? The first thing is change the way you talk to yourself. It's one thing to hold yourself accountable, and it's another thing to beat yourself down. So if you're a person who consistently talks to themselves from a negative and a pessimistic side of life, it's a good time for you to start practicing giving more energy and more voice to the parts of yourself that are worth appreciating and celebrating. A second thing to do is to check in with yourself regularly. Whenever you're working, whenever you're hanging out with friends, just ask yourself the question of, Amanda, how are you feeling right now and how are you doing? This helps you know yourself in that moment and helps you check in with your feelings and helps you ground yourself. A third thing to do is to allow yourself to feel your feelings. Your emotions are like a compass that help you know about yourself and your environment a lot better. If you're with someone and you know the feeling you're having around them doesn't feel good, then you know that there's something wrong. Something wrong does not mean that there's something wrong with them. It could just be that during that, in the context of your situation, may not be working out well for you. So allowing yourself to feel your feelings helps you know yourself a lot better and identify what some of your triggers are for unhappy or negative emotions and even for positive ones as well. Loving yourself and practicing this means getting physical health checkup and mental health care assessment. If you haven't started counseling or therapy, now is a good time for you to begin. Loving yourself means exercising regularly because it helps you deal with stress, it improves your confidence, and it also helps you feel good about your body and gives you a lot more energy and improves your mood. Loving yourself means having a healthy diet, eating food that is good for you and gives you all the nutrients and vitamins that you need to be able to go through your daily life. To love yourself is to allow yourself to rest, to give yourself the permission to really relax after a long day, a long week, or a long month of working really hard. You don't always have to be 100% productive. Sometimes productivity means being able to rest. Another way you can show yourself love is not running away from difficult conversations with people, especially your friends, because this helps you provide clarity and to know yourself a lot better. You should also improve your financial knowledge so that you know you're spending your money well and you're spending it intentionally and on things that you know would benefit and improve the quality of your life. Improve your self-care. If you're a person who lives in a city like I do, I stay in Lagos, leave the city once in a while so that you can go to a place where things are a bit slower and that you can be able to catch your breath and be able to relax. And finally, a way that you can learn to love yourself and practice loving yourself is to be courageous in the face of your fears and be able to create newness in your life by having that sense of adventure. If there are things that you want to try out, but you find yourself holding yourself back, go straight forward into it because these are the things that can help you live a richer and a fuller life. I do hope that this information has been very helpful. And if you want more practice with learning how to love yourself, please visit our online store by going to our website at www.ndidi.me and purchase our 30-day self-love practice worksheet. We also have a class on there about knowing yourself to love yourself, which is a class that talks about self-awareness and self-love and how they can both benefit you. Don't forget to like and subscribe and to share this video with people that you know would benefit from it, a friend, a colleague, someone you meet on the street, and even a family member. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.